the yay say. Can it with the say. Yeah, I don't care what CC or E say.
Or he say or she say, money in a briefcase. Nigga must be Philly cause I'm getting that cheese. Oh, that's a scummy bitch. Oh, I think that bitch is TK. Oh, she gon' learn today. I tell that bitch to do a three-way. If you feeling lucky, I might go in for the sweepstakes. Big nuggies in this blunt like I'm smoking on in PJ.
Now, whatever you do, don't push this button.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, back again with another video, man. You guys see the title of this video. This is a Jujutsu Kaisen tier list video. I don't know, I might call it like part 2 or something like that. I've done one back in the past in 2021. I think that's when Shibuya started to end. I was like 3 chapters or so, and I was like catching up to the manga at the time. And I did a tier list video. So I'm gonna do an updated one since the Culling Game event ended not too long ago. I'm gonna be doing another one because there's new characters, obviously, and also my rankings probably have changed throughout that time with certain characters. Certain characters might have gone further up, some might went down, some might stay stagnant. We'll see, right? But this tier list I'm using right now, you can see it's like color pictures, so they pop out more. So I picked that one for it. That's one reason why I picked it. But also, this is a strength tier list. I might do a strength one in the future, like for this exact tier list that I'm using right now. But for this video, I'm doing a character tier list. It's just that it had a lot of characters in here, are all the characters that we, care about, because it excluded some of the characters that we don't really, it's just whatever, right? So that's why I'm using this tier list. So if you see a few different versions of a particular character, just know that when I put them in this little question mark tier right here, as you guys can see, I'm just going to put the different versions in there, you know what I'm saying? So I just use one version of them. Maybe it might be an exception for certain ones, I don't know, but ultimately they're the same person. Like Sukuna, for example, which is the first person on the list, he's the same nigga. But anyway, you know where Sukuna going. Sukuna's going to S tier, man. I'm just going to start her off rip. S tier, Sukuna, he's him. He is the apex, he's at the apex of Jujutsu sorcery in general. There's still more that we got to learn about him with his backstory and all that kind of stuff, and how he even rose to that apex in this kind of society and whatnot. But he is what Jujutsu is. Like, this series, he matches this series more than every other character. You know, most series, the main character or something matches what the name of the show is. He matches it perfectly because he knows everything about Jujutsu, all the secrets, all that. So he's S tier. And as I just said, when you see different versions of Sukuna, just know I'm putting them in the question mark tier because obviously I already used his character. Angel, I'm gonna put Angel in. Angel's not a bad character, but we don't really know too much about her. You know what I'm saying? So I guess once we get to the Heian era, we'll probably see more. So I don't know. I don't know where I should put her. I mean, she's alright, but like, honestly, I might have to put her in D tier because, I mean, there's really not much. It's not that I like or dislike her. It's just that we know that there's more that we can get from her once we get into that flashback. So for now, I'm going to put her in D tier. You know what I'm saying? Because C tier, I feel like I have to at least like you to put you in C tier. And I don't necessarily like or dislike her. So Charles is he's an E tier character. I mean, I'm not going to put him in F because I feel like there's characters more trash to him. But he's not really... He's whatever. He's a mangaka, which was dope that Gege put him into this manga, and I guess it's kind of talking to us, like breaking the fourth wall essentially through this character slightly. But yeah. Next up, we got Kashimo. I can't wait to see Kashimo on the battlefield. You seen in the recent chapter, that boy chapter 228, that boy, he want to fight. He don't give a fuck. He want to fight. Or 227, one of them chapters. He's like, I want to fight. I don't give a fuck. After this fight, I want to get in there and fight Sukuna. We still haven't seen his curse technique. And shit, which is the crazy part, is the fact that we don't even know what his curse technique is crazy. But like, imagine his maximum, unless that's what he was referring to the whole time. So if that's the case, then yeah, it's crazy. But Kashimo, I'm putting him in A tier. He's just too raw, and we've only seen him fight once. He fought against Sakari, but we don't know too much more about him other than he just likes to fight. He's like in that Sukuna type of realm of character where it's like, yeah, that's what they do. Hands is what they do. That's what they do. Next up, we got Higuruma. Higuruma, man, I'm putting him in A tier as well. he was a character that in literally one chapter that he was introduced in, he became like one of my top 15 characters at the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily remember how he ranks overall my top 15, but I would say that from S tier to A tier characters, you could say that they're all in my top 15 to 20, obviously. So he's still somewhere around there, but that was a crazy character introduction. Like, that was really good from Gege. Really good. That was a highlight. That was definitely a highlight in the Culling Game arc. One of the highlights for me. Reggie was cool. You know, he was cool. I don't really care too much about Reggie's character. His fight with Megami is probably one of my favorite. I think it was my favorite Megami fight in the series. I'm gonna put him in C tier though. You know, I think he was cool. He was a very relevant character in the Culling Game, so I'm gonna leave him there. Next up, we got Ryu Ishigori. Ishigori, I like him a lot. I'm not gonna put him in A tier, but I'm gonna put him in B tier because he was really cool. I like his whole thing about like the, you know, having this big appetite and like correlating food with fighting. I like that whole thing, and him matching up with Yuta, which Yuta is one of the strongest or the most appetizing, quote unquote, person you can even, you know, combat. So I like that whole situation too. Takaba is a character that I see a lot of people don't like because he's like a gag, and also he's like, his curse technique is pretty much overpowered. Whatever is funny to him, he can like basically do whatever, right? So for Takaba, I like Takaba. I'm gonna put him in C tier. I need to see a little bit more from him, just in general. Like, if we can, you know, dive into his character more. I kind of doubt it slightly. Like, I don't think we're gonna dive into much more from him, but I feel that I like comedy and I like funny characters, so he gets a C tier at least. You know what I'm saying? He's no less than a C in my opinion. Udo, the Sky Lady, she was cool. I'm gonna put her in C tier as well though. Like, she wasn't really, like I said, out of those people in the Sendai colony, I believe that Yuta was in, Ryu was the best one, you know, out of all those people. But she was alright. Chozo, that's my guy, man. Chozo, that's tough. I think I might have to put Chozo in A tier. And this list is kind of all over the place because it's my opinion, but also an objective list as well. Like, for example, Sukuna isn't like my favorite character in Jujutsu Kaisen, but like, I mean, he's S tier. You feel me? So there's certain characters that you might see higher than they are just because I personally like them more. You know what I'm saying? So I think Takaba is a pretty good example. I know people hate him, but I mean, C tier is not that high up, but you get what I'm putting down. It's like there's certain characters I'll put higher just because I like them a lot. Like Chozo, I'm having a tough time putting him. Like, I think objectively he's an A tier character, but since I like him a lot, he's like in my top 10. I damn near want to put him in S, but I'm gonna put him in A tier. I feel like there's a little bit more he could still do. I want to see the conclusion of his character, you know? And we almost thought we had a conclusion with his character a few times already, so there's that. But I'm putting him in A tier. And then, like I said, when you see somebody, different versions of them, I'm gonna put them in the question mark. Esso and Kichizu, the bros, I'm gonna put Esso and Kichizu in D tier just because, I mean, they didn't survive enough for me to really, you know, feel anything for them, you know? Like, obviously Chozo is like, we see like little, not apparitions, but like little moments with him and Yuji and those brothers, but like, other than that, we never really got nothing from them, so other than when we fought them. So I'll put them in D tier though. Dagon, I mean, I don't really have I'll put Dagon in D tier as well. I mean, I have no comment on Dagon. And then when it comes to these cursed spirits, I mean, they just gonna go in question mark as well. It's really, I mean, you can't really rank them. I mean, you know, Hanami, actually I really like Hanami a lot, kind of. Not a lot, but out of the disaster curses, I thought Hanami was, like, you can understand Hanami the most, I feel. Like, the whole Mother Earth, nature, you know what I'm saying? Like, Hanami was cool, but I'm gonna still put Hanami in D tier. Just because, I mean, I'm gonna put Hanami in C tier, actually. And I'm put her in D tier. I call her because of the voice. It sounds like but anyway, I'll put it in D tier just because, I mean, it's not the, you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. Like, I think yeah, that's a good one. Now, Jogo's low-key, he a mini goat. I ain't gonna lie. He's a mini goat. I'm gonna put Jogo in, I look at him as like the leader of the disaster curses and whatnot. And he has some he's not one-dimensional really. You know, there's something there with his character, right? But like, I mean, he fought against Sukuna. He you know, he's seen his death, the whole emotion thing. Like, he's interesting. He's interesting. And he's done a lot in Shibuya. Honestly, I'm gonna have to put him in A tier. Just now that I'm thinking about it, he did so much in Shibuya that, like, why not? Like, out of all the antagonists, like, when it comes to the disaster curses with Mahito and Kenjaku, out of those, what was that? Dagon, Hanami, Jogo, so out of those 5-ish characters, and Chozo also antagonist, Jogo's like in the top tier. He did the most in that. He's one of them that did the most in that arc. So I'm gonna put him in A tier, man. I'm gonna put him in A tier. He's a character that you would think would be trash, but he really not trash. And that's what I like. I like characters that can exceed what you know, first predicted or anticipated for them. Like, look back in season 1 when he fought against Gojo. Like, they made him look like kind of like a bum in a way, but I mean, it was Gojo, and you know what I'm saying? But he really is like that. So I can't wait for anime only to see that too in the anime this year. All right, Kudo, the fucking roach F. Get the fuck out of here. Mahito, you know I'm gonna put Mahito. Mahito gotta be, well, it don't matter what picture, but you get my point. Mahito got to be S tier. I ain't gonna lie, he's an S tier antagonist. I still think, and a lot of people agree with me, that he still has been the best antagonist in this series, just because I think it's solely on the fact that he was such a the opposite to Yuji, right? Like, that was his op. That was his biggest op. Even though Sukuna is like the biggest op, you know, it was never really that personal with Sukuna. At least, I mean. You get what I mean? It wasn't really personal. The personal rivalry was between Yuji and Mahito. You know, not even Kenjaku, not Sukuna. It was those two. Yuji and Mahito. Mahito, he's done so much, just like with Jogo, but even more. Like, you see what Jogo did in Shibuya, right? Against, you know, when he burned everybody, you know what I'm saying? And then Mahito finishing off, what's his name? Nanami. Yeah, Mahito finished off Nanami, then Nobara. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's literally a tier right above Jogo. They're like in the same realm with, like, they like that for real. And Mahito is just a perfect antagonist, so I'm putting him up there. And next we got fucking, oh my god, this nigga Naoya. So this specifically talking about the cursed Naoya. Now for this, I mean, no, it's still the same. He's still ass. Like, he's ass. He's an F tier character. He's like, what I mean by he's a certain type. You know what? Okay. In terms of likeness, of course, I don't like him. A lot of people wouldn't like him. He's misogynist. He's weird. He's not. You know what I'm saying? He's evil, right? But to be honest, in terms of a character in this series and what he's already done and shown from the Zenin clan, he showed exactly what they are, and he was like at the peak of how bad they are. I'm gonna have to put him. I'm gonna have to at least put him in like B tier. And the reason why I'm putting him in B tier, even though I think he's F tier in terms of like I don't fucking like him, but he's B tier because I mean Maki, you know, Maki's my baby girl Maki. He was the reason why she had her whole epiphany and become like Toji, literally like Toji. So he did a lot. You know, even though he wasn't there for that long in the series, he was still, and his curse technique is fire. So I'm gonna have to put him in B tier, even though he's technically an F tier character. So just remember that. And then all the curse versions of him, really though, all those are Fs. But like I said, I don't separate. I mean, I am going to, whatever. Now, Geto, he's an S tier character. 100%. He's an S tier character. I don't have to say much. Y'all going to see it in the anime. Obviously, if you're anime only, you shouldn't be here in the first place. But if you just so happen to and you don't care about spoilers, just know you're in for something really good for him when it comes to how he became the way that he became. You already seen it in episode 1, how he was actually flipped from Gojo. Like, he was actually like, yeah, we got to protect the non-sorcerers, and, you know, that's our job as Jujutsu sorcerers, and that's what we got to do. And then turn it into like, oh, fuck them. You know, like, how did that happen? So his descend, but his rise as a character, too, though, was fire. So he's S tier. Haruta is an F tier. That nigga suck. All right, Junpei, I don't have to say much. Junpei, I'm going to start going a little faster. Junpei, I mean, I'm putting him in C tier. he had potential, but he was dead. And that's fucked up what the anime did, because I thought he was gonna be like one of them characters that was gonna be there, but nope. Juzo, F tier. Miguel is alright. I'll put Miguel in D tier. It's really, I mean, yeah, D tier. It's really not much from Miguel's character. I mean, we know that he's a foreigner, but like other than that, I mean, that's all the nigga is, you know. Kenjaku is a interesting character. I'm putting him in the S tier. I know some people are starting to be like, oh, I'm tired of him, but honestly, once we do get like his backstory, I wouldn't even be surprised if his is even better than Sukuna's, like in terms of how he became what he became. Like, I would not be surprised. And he's done so much. He's been Eisening this shit up. I'm putting him in S tier. He's done a lot. The shit he's doing with Yuji, like he's his son, and all this shit he did. Like, once we get into all that, I'm putting him in S tier already. Fuck it. Uraume or Uraume, she's I'll put her in C tier. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll put her in C tier, because at least she got fire, like, powers and shit, ice power, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Toji is a GOAT. He's, like, the GOAT of all GOATs. Like, he's just him. Matter of fact, for this one, I'm going to actually put Toji Fushiguro in that bit. I'm going to use this version of the picture. Toji Fushiguro. S tier, goddammit. He's him. He is him. He is him. I don't gotta say shit. Kusakabe, I personally like Kusakabe. Recently in the manga, this man been a hater of Gojo, which is fine because Gojo's an asshole himself. So honestly, I agree with you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put Kusakabe. I always like Kusakabe. I'm putting him in B tier. I always personally liked him. I really like. I like him more than everybody in C tier. So, hey, I fuck with it. Gakuganji, I mean, that nigga, I mean, he's kind of redeemed himself slightly, but I'm putting him in D tier. He's like, whatever. Gojo, I mean, he's not my GOAT, but he is a GOAT, so he's going to S tier. You guys know the drill, man. He's him. Hikari is really good. I'm gonna put Hikari in, I'm putting him in A tier. He's a very fun character. Like, I feel like when Todo was gone from the series, Hikari kind of like brought that like funniness back into the series, because they both have that, like, they're like funny characters, but they're strong as fuck, and you can take them serious, but you can also have fun with them. And I think Hikari fits that really well, but I'm putting him in A tier. Junichi, I mean, it's really nothing about the Zenin clan a lot of times, especially the ones that end up got fucking annihilated by Maki. Kamo, there's a lot of people that really like Kamo's character. I wanted to like him more, but he don't do nothing for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put him in C tier. Like, his whole situation is very interesting, but I feel like if we deep dove more into him and his family, I would like him more and put him in B tier, but I'm gonna put him in C tier. I'm sorry, I got to. I like him though, but it's really not much to him, for real. Kirara, it wasn't really much with Kirara. I'm gonna put Kirara like in D tier. You know what I'm saying? Mai was somebody that I would have put like in D tier or C tier before, or D tier before, but Mai is she's B tier. Because Maki's my favorite, one of my favorites in the series, my favorite female character in the series, and that's her twin, and she was the one that helped her ascend too. That's a rhyme. I'm not a rapper though. I'm gonna have to put her in B tier though, just because of that. Like, and you could really understand why she acts the way that she does. Not saying that it's okay, but like, you can kind of justify how she feels though. Her emotions are valid, is what I'm trying to say. Like, she didn't want to do none of this Jujutsu shit, and she's in this family that's pure misogyny. Like, fuck that, right? But I'm putting her in B tier just because I can understand her character. I can sympathize with her a lot. Now, baby girl Maki, S tier character for me, goddammit. That's my favorite female character in Jump right now. Fuck it, in Jump. Or her and Robin are my top two. But yeah, she's like that. She's like that. You feel me? She's great. Maki's great. Let's see. Next up, we got. I don't gotta say much about her. She's Soji 2.0. Anyway, let's see who we got. Megami. Megami is an interesting character because me personally, I was never a big fan of him. Matter of fact, I think I had him like in B tier in my last one. I'm gonna at least put him in. I'm not gonna lie, I might still put him in B tier. I know that's gonna be a hot take for a lot of you. That's like the first real hot take in this, I feel like. I just don't like him as much as everybody in the A tier. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, Jogo is there. I know some people are like, Jogo? Really, Jogo? I mean, he made me feel things in the series. Megami doesn't really do much. I feel that the way that people talk about Yuji, how like characters around him kind of like carry him, or like he's more of a reactive character instead of a proactive character. Like he doesn't really do things on his own whim. I feel like Megami is kind of like that too. Like everybody around him is like, yes, he has his own like ideologies and philosophy and stuff, and we've seen that numerous times in the series, but like he still doesn't really move the needle for me. Like everybody around him or connected to him are just cooler and better to him. Like Gojo and Toji, both of your dads. Like, come on now, you feel me? Like those alone, shit, family members like Maki, you know, Yuji as a main character, I feel like they both are in a similar boat in a way, but I feel like Yuji is designed that way purposely, while Megami is kind of like, not to say that Gege isn't trying it with Megami as well, but I just feel like it's a little overwhelming, because like I said, Toji and Gojo, like I can't help but to compare them with him because they are very directly connected to him. So it's like when you have an association with characters like that, it does bring you down a bit. And I know Yuji is literally like that, but he's designed that way. I'm not trying to say that Megami isn't designed that way, if this even all makes sense, but like he just doesn't really move the needle for me like that. I think he does have the potential to grow higher, even up to an S tier, if, you know, he ends up coming back and coming out again. But like I never really care about Megami like that. I'm not gonna lie. I was never really interested to see what was going on with his character. His technique, his curse technique is one of my favorites. Tensha was one of my favorite techniques and stuff, but he's not that interesting. He's kind of like Kamo. He's in the same boat as Kamo, like where it's like they're cool, but like they're just cool. They're not like goated or bad at, like they have badass moments, but they're not like that. You feel me? They're not them for real. So I'm sorry, I gotta put him in B tier though. And B tier is not bad whatsoever. It's just that I personally don't have a big liking for him. And yes, I did say I was gonna mix objectiveness with subjectivity, but like he's one of those where I feel like even if you think of him objectively speaking, I feel like he's not that impressive. He is impressive with his philosophy a bit, but there's still more from him. His personality is bland to me. It's a lot of stuff that's just whatever, you know? I know I took a lot of time on that, but I just had to let that be known, my stance on him. And you can agree or disagree, it don't matter, you know, that's just my stance. Mei, they say Wee and Mei? Oh, hell no. If they never had that fucking dynamic, Mei would be a much higher. She'd be like a B tier character for me, but she's really, I'm gonna at least put her in C tier just because she's a dope fighter. But if I was just going based off of characters, like shit, them niggas trash. Miwa, the GOAT, Miwa, she is definitely S tier. If you know the memes. Nah, I'm gonna leave Miwa S tier, you know what I'm saying? She S tier. Matter of fact, I'm putting her in the front of S tier, goddammit. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. Next up, we got Momo. Momo's the least appealing character within the students in general. Momo gets an E grade just because there's ain't shit about Momo. I don't even know why she even exists as a character. There's no point, I ain't gonna lie. There's nothing about Momo's character that's cool at all. Nothing. The only moment she ever had was that she understood what Miles was going through and she tried to like verbalize that with Nobara. But other than that, that's like the only character, like deep character moment she's ever had, ever. So E. Anyway, next up we got my boy Mutab. I'm trying to think of his name. Kotaro, right? Kotaro? Well, Mekamaru, but like I'm trying to think of his name. I remember he was actually one of my favorites at one point, but then he decreased too though, I'm not gonna lie. But Mekamaru, he was clutch though. He was clutch. I'm gonna put him in, not gonna lie, I'll put him in, damn, this is tough. I kind of want to put him in B tier because I think I had him in B tier last time too, or A tier or something like that. But like, I'm putting him in B tier. Fuck it. I'm putting him in B tier just because he was very clutch for us in Shibuya. all the shit he fought against Mahito, like he got information for us. His whole heavenly restriction thing was that was dope. That was one of the like early dope moments in JJK for me personally when it comes to like characters outside of the trio and Gojo. So I put him in B tier, man. I like him. I like him a lot. Nanami, my boy Nanami is a GOAT. He's a GOAT. Nanami is like one of those characters that nobody dislikes, I don't think. If you dislike Nanami, I don't know what series you reading or watching, but I know people got opinions, but come on now. I'm not saying you have to like him this much. I'm just saying, like, if you dislike him, nah, fuck that. Nanami's a GOAT. He's a GOAT. Naobito, when we first got introduced to his curse technique, was fire. Even though he was the head of the Zenin clan, I never really got mad at him a lot of times. Like, I feel like Gege didn't really go into that side that much, unless I'm forgetting little details from him. Obviously, he's the head of the clan, so literally that stuff he is orchestrating all that. But like me seeing it myself versus like his son, for example, and Naoya, is a little different. But since I put Naoya up at B, now I'm gonna put Naobito at C. And you know what? Let me put Naoya at C too, because I don't want to see him up there with B. Yeah, fuck that. But you get why I put him up there in the first place, just because he was like, as an antagonist, like he was up there. But I'm putting him at C just because my subjectivity is really getting the best of my objectivity, so I'm gonna put him in C. And there you go again. But yeah, okay. Nobara, she's an interesting character too. I feel like she's somewhat in the same boat as Megami. I just don't like him as much, but I like him enough. I'm gonna put her in B tier. I don't really gotta say much about it. I just feel like her and Megami are in the same boat, so I'm not gonna even elaborate on that. OG's in F tier, boy, you ass. Panda's overrated. He's really a mascot to me. I'm gonna put him in C tier though. Yeah, let's see, my boy Ino's cool. I actually really like Ino. I do. I'm gonna put him in C tier. Todo is a GOAT. Now that's a character, like I said with Nanami, you just can't hate him. He's a GOAT. There's no way you hate Todo. You tripping. Next up, we got Inumaki. Inumaki used to be pretty high up at once upon a time, but he's fallen so much. I'm gonna put him in C tier though. I still like him though. Utahime, there's really not much for Utahime's character. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna put her in D tier, cause whatever. Yaga was cool. I actually like Yaga. He tried to do his thing, man. Yuki, even though her conclusion was like whatever, and I know a lot of people didn't like that, but she was very fire. I'm gonna put Yuki in A tier. I like her more than everybody in B tier and C tier and all that, so I'll put her there. I'm going a little fast because I don't want the video to be too long. It's already about to be 30 minutes, so Yuta's a great character. He's a goated character, but me personally, I'm put him in A tier. I still think I need more from Yuta's character. I know we got a lot of it from Volume 0, and that's kind of where his character, basically, that's where his character arc has peaked at. But he's still here, and he's one of the strongest characters. But I'm gonna put him in A tier. I don't like him as much as people in S tier. Let's see, Maharaga, I mean, what the hell would I rank Maharaga? Like, I'm just gonna put him right by Sukuna because Sukuna got him, you feel me? But Maharaga's whatever, you feel me? Nue, same thing, but I mean, Nue, I'm just put it in, I don't know, like D, I don't know. Rika, same thing. I'm gonna put her right next to Yuta because that's that's his curse. Where's Yuta? Right there. Damn, my computer is loud as fuck. My boy Yuji Itadori. Same thing with Megami. Well, I know a lot of people think of how I think about Megami is how people think of Yuji. However, I like Yuji more than I like Megami, and I think Yuji. Okay, I personally really like Yuji's character. I'm putting him S tier, yeah. I was gonna say, what am I talking about? Because even if you talk about objective, he's the main character, so there's gonna be a lot of positives about his character. I like his whole stance. Like, he's a very normal character, and the world around him is basically like, he's a very reactive character. He's not proactive as much, but he has his moments when he is, and when he is, he's one of the best characters in the series when he has those moments. So. And there's still more that we got to build from him, like his backstory, the whole thing with his parents, and why he's the way that he is, and even towards the conclusion in general with Sukuna and Kenjaku. So I love Itadori's character. He's a really normal kid. He's just put into a world that's fucking insane. So he's my guy. Personally, he's my guy. Okay, so we got Yuta and Itadori, more of the, you know, the other shit. Yorozu was really whatever. Yorozu was kind of funny, but ultimately it didn't do shit. D tier. I wonder what she gave Sukuna though. I still wonder that. Drew literally didn't do jack shit. I'm putting him in E tier. I don't know what the hell this is. I really don't know what the hell is SPD. What is that? I can't tell what the fuck that is. I'm not gonna lie. If it's something that was like not in the anime and it's just in the manga and it's colored, I still don't know what the hell this is. Is it the grasshopper? I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna put them in question mark. I really don't know. Let me know down below who the hell is that. I might be. I'm probably tweaking. More than likely, I'm tweaking. I don't know who that is. Team Ghetto and it's a cool. Okay, so yeah, this is my list. We at the 30-minute mark. This is my list. I got Miwa. If you know, you know. Don't question it. Sukuna, Maharag. I'll just put them with Sukuna. It don't really matter. It's the same shit. That don't really count. It really don't count. But Mahito, Geto, Kenjaku, Toji, Gojo, Maki, Nanami, Todo, Itadori. So I got quite a bit of S tier characters. I did not really think I would have, but I do. Some of them could be A tier characters, and I think a lot of you guys can agree that these S to A tiers, for the most part, they're all pretty much in the right spot. You know what I'm saying? Aside from Maharaga and Rika, you get what I'm saying. But I would say most of these characters are A tier to S tier. Obviously for me personally, because I just made the list, but let me know down below if you guys agree for the most part. I know you probably switched some of these, but let me know. Matter of fact, let me know what I would want you to do down below is let me know your favorite characters, like your top 5 favorites, and maybe your top 5 worst, or just do your top 5 favorites, or let me know if you would put like a character higher, like that I have a lot higher, or a character that I have really high a lot lower. I just want to see like how much our opinions differ from each other. Like, say for example, if you think that Toto is a fucking C tier or something like that, or you think I don't know, Kamo is like A tier. You know, let me know down below. But yeah, so I got my S tier, my A tier, my B tier right here. I think I could have had more B tier characters for real, but I really don't. I feel like I like my list pretty I think I like my list. The C and D tier characters are kind of in the same tier. It's just I like people in the C tier more than the people in the D tier, and the E tier is kind of like D tier. So you know, and the F tier is just, yeah, they're F. But yeah, so this is my list. Let me know down below how you guys felt about my list, this video, all that good stuff. We eating. Anime, manga, both, we eat nonetheless. So if you rock with this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you rock with me. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm close. I'm at 483 at the recording of this video. So hope you guys all have a good one. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next video, and peace.